Hey everybody, I hope you had a good trading day. So just to review, you're going to see 5 longs today. So as always in this top 5 I try to focus on what is actionable for the next day. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So I just want to, just to get into it, there's a couple here that really look like they're going to break out. LC is one of them. And if you look at what's going on here, I just was looking at this earlier. This is previous and I can get rid of this, but this, and let me throw in these watermarks, especially for the people that are on their mobile. That'll make everything better. So LC, and what I like here is, see this rising wedge? So I use RSI a lot, okay? And I would recommend that you become extremely familiar with RSI, and I will actually link the RSI video in the back of this video, so you might want to stay at the end and watch it if you haven't. But the reason I like it is because it can give you an indication of what's going to happen before it happens. So here's my trend line, and here I am breaking out, right? So I like using RSI for this because RSI is one of the only leading indicators. There's only a couple of them. Most are lagging indicators, which means they tell you, they look at what has transpired, and then they give you a data point. RSI looks at the magnitude. Anyway, so I think you're going to break this. If you break this, this is the pattern that's working right now. And I'm going to show you one in a minute that looks like it's about to keep going, that was in this pattern. But you're heading right to the top of this level. And then if you head to the top of that level, look at this. Okay, you're heading right here. And, there's a reason. So I like this a lot. And very quickly, look, there's a reason why I'm looking at longs, okay? And let me zoom in on this very quickly so you can get this. The fact that we came down to this 356.83 and just sat there is pretty much everything, which is right here is this low, is pretty much everything I wanted to see. We're down a little bit after hours on the Apple news. I'm not overly concerned about it. If people didn't know that there were supply issues at this point, I don't know how you wouldn't have known. So I think that you could see some kind of gap down tomorrow and then us move a little bit higher during the day. It seems like we're setting up that way. So that's why I'm looking at longs, just to FYI. But to get into it, so we looked at this one before, and this is one that we actually are even in the newsletter. And if you don't get the newsletter, there's a free version that comes out once a week versus the other version, and there's a link in the description. But we've been in this one for a while, right over the 1208 level, and we added to it again today. But I just want to point this out after hours, okay? These people are getting squeezed. Whoever in their infinite wisdom decided to short this is getting squeezed. It's an extremely popular stock, on social media. But besides that, there's an actual real product here, and there's hardly any stock to short, which means these people could get squeezed. On top of that, the float's only 12 million shares. So this is something that could really go. And for the first target, you're just looking at this. And all I would use is this tomorrow and a break above this, and you're going to see even more buying start stepping up. And right now, after hours, we're already over that, and we could be over that by 8 o'clock tonight. We'll have to see. UPST was one, pulled all the way back, right? Formed a wedge, similar to what I just showed you with LC. Look, I'm looking for trades. That's what I'm looking for right now in this market. I'm not looking to buy and hold. I'm looking for quick trades until this settles down. Everybody has been aware if you held anything for a week, very rarely is it working out. But the internals looked a lot better today than they have probably for the past 5 days, frankly. So I'm interested. Now, you got right over the line, right, and you go. So that was it. You just went. If you get over 337.52 tomorrow, you're going to take out a new high. I mean, I think that's pretty clear. There's 10 points there. You're getting to that new high. So I would strongly recommend that you set an alert, look at that, and just execute on that level, because that's where you're heading. There's no way that we're not going to get through these wicks if we take out the high of this, as massive as this green bar is. It's just not feasible. There's just no way it's going to not happen. So I want to point these out, and I know they moved today. So let's just spend a minute explaining what's going on, because I think it's important. So this is a solar company, and everybody was aware and buying these back in the day because we were going to get this big infrastructure bill. Well, and then we were going to get it again. Well, that infrastructure bill is dead. Okay, but the important thing about these bills is just because the structure of the bill is dead does not mean that portions of the bill are not going to be passed, as was explained today. And I think some people that are on an institutional basis are kind of getting it. So the very first thing that I did was just scour all the ones that are out there. And to me, the one that really didn't move the most and has like a tremendous amount of potential to get back to up here is EMPH. We did move today, yes, you did have a decent move, but this is nothing, and I'll explain why. Here you are with the 50-day, and you were unable to get above it. Today you emphatically closed above the 50-day, and you closed above the 200-day, making this a really easy way to find a stop on this trade. All you're looking for is a gap and go. You're literally looking for it to break over 172, and I think you could see a push to 201. But you're going to see some kind of solar power legislation. What that is, I have no idea, but you'll definitely see something come out. And finally, plug. So this tonight, I was a little apprehensive, and I'm looking at this for a trade, but the amount of options I saw go through today on this has me very interested. Let me just see the relative volume here for a moment. As always, please subscribe to this channel and click notifications. We usually do these every single night now, and we do a live pre-market show that you need to be notified of. But you can see that you can get right to like that 35.62, right? And look at your volume increase today. So here, another example. I mean, do you think there's not going to be more EV types of credits and infrastructure that comes out of this Congress? There absolutely will be. It's just not going to be wrapped in this enormous $3.5 trillion package. It's going to be done in smaller packages, as it was explained today. So they're the top 5 that I would take a look at for tomorrow. I'm leaning more towards being long tomorrow, and that's just how I feel right now, and we'll see how tomorrow it plays out. Do me a favor and please like and share this video. I am trying to get in front of as many people as humanly possible to show them what it truly takes to be successful at this. Have a great night, everyone.